Okay. So what I was saying is that Which Way Is Up? That was your very first role in comedy? As a
In
comedy
comedy, yes. In film, yes.
film. Okay. In film, yes. Can you
And
tell?
he was a delight to work with. I mean, it's like I always tell the story that we were just about to shoot in Which Way Is Up. It was the first scene, and he we're about to shoot, and he runs over to Michael Schultz, the director, and he says, "Oh, Michael, I'm going to do this, and then when I do that, I'm going to do this." And Michael is just chuckling, and then he walks by me, and I said, "Well, Richard, then what do I do?" He looked at me like, "Fool," and he said, "I don't know." I said, "Oh my God." So I just went back to my roots of improv theater. You just have to be the character, be free, and go with it.
Uh-huh. Boy, I bet that was fun.
It was in the scene. You got to see it. In the scene in the kitchen when he's choking me, I'm actually laughing. I'm going. It was so funny. Oh my God. I miss him.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have so many legends that we've lost over the years. But I was telling someone this morning, the older we are and
Mhm.
blessed to become,
Yeah.
we start to watch so many people pass,
Right.
make their transition. Oh, I didn't know I didn't have my phone. Now
Okay.
this is spam.
Okay.
You stop it.
I know. It's just um, when you were saying that, this is just, I don't know if you had a chance to ever meet Miss Robbie. I don't know if she owns Miss Robbie, who owns a Sweetie Pies restaurants. Have you ever heard of her?
Oh no, but if she owns the sweetie pies, I love desserts.
Yeah, she owns Sweetie Pies restaurant. She used to be one of the Tina Turner ICATs. I think that's how you say it. She was an ICAT. Well, I interviewed her not too long ago, and she's 82 and beautiful and just going. She says her
Oh
goal is
wow.
she's trying to get a Grammy. That's what she said.
Oh yeah, that's good for her. Yeah, hey,
Uh-huh.
I know the industry is trying to put me out in the pasture, but I refuse.
That's right.
I'm trying to hang in there.
Yep, you hang in there. You got to meet her, boy. Y'all will have a good time.
Oh,
She's
I sure would.
yeah. Now, and again, The Color Purple, the role. I know they're doing a new Color Purple right now, musical, and you played one of the roles I like too. The movie was Roscoe Jenkins. When you played Roscoe,
Oh my goodness, you have been watching Roscoe Jenkins. Yes. I mean, see, I know the title. Now, who was in that?
Roscoe
Oh,
Jenkins was
Martin Lawrence.
yes,
Martin
Martin
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yes, and Cedric the Entertainer,
Yes.
who I just worked with, well, not too long ago, with The Neighborhood. He has that show, that series, and it's
Yeah.
a fun show.
Uh-huh.
And Martin Lawrence, I think our birthdays are the same day.
Oh, okay. What date? What month and day?
Well, I don't like to tell it, but
Okay.
it's in the spring.
It's in the spring. Okay. That's good enough. Spring. Yeah. So there, that was another a good one. But let's get on to okay, I had to say this too, Mr. Brown, Meet the Browns. You were in that too. That was a good one. I watched you and I was so excited when I saw you on that. I was like, oh, there she is.
Yeah. Well, I was excited about, oh God, what's his name? The tall basketball player that was
Oh,
a love interest in it.
yes. I know who you're
But
talking
I,
about. I can't think of his name.
but I couldn't be excited about him, in the movie.
Right.
But anyway, we'll move on.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be sounding like a dirty old woman in
I
a
know,
minute.
no, you won't. So the movie Block Party, and I got to watch all of it. Just had a little sneak peek of it, and so far I'm really enjoying it. The most thing that's so special to me, believe it or not, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So when I saw that, I was like, I cannot believe that's my home. I'm there. I go home all the time. I live in Ohio now, and I said, Grand Rapids.
Yeah, we didn't get to see much of it because that's when COVID was really, really high. And so I stayed in the hotel most of the time so that I wouldn't contaminate anybody on the set. But I would love to go back there because people were saying, oh, you should go here and see there and da 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 da. And I was too afraid.
Yeah, yeah. So if you can tell me a little bit about your character and about the movie.
Oh, Juneteenth, block party. Yes,
Block
yes, yes,
party,
yes.
yeah.
You know, we have history of Juneteenth, but we
Yes.
never talk about that. And we don't talk about it in the film. It's all about getting ready for Juneteenth and the celebration of it. And it's starring Antoinette Robertson, who's really so cute, from Dear White People. And
Uh-huh.
then we have Golden from Girlfriends.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I've really made some good friends. And then Linnell, she's a comedian. I keep
Mhm.
telling her, girl, you just got so much potty mouth, but she's funny. She is funny. So
Yeah.
we're going to be doing a showing of it tomorrow night in Los Angeles. And I think throughout the country, there may be certain theaters that are showing it. And unfortunately, it's only one showing. Most of the theaters here are saying 7 or 7:30 p.m. So if all of y'all, if
Uh-huh.
you happen to see it, it would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but about the movie, we're putting this, I'm the one who's like has been doing it for 17 years, coordinating everybody, and it's a hilarious setting. I have a little bit of dementia, but
Uh-huh.
everybody works around it, and we're just looking forward to having a good time. And it's my first comedy since working with Richard Pryor, um, and that's been over 4 decades.
Really? Okay. So I bet it felt good to have that. The scene I did see was funny is when you made some kind of dessert or something and you wanted your granddaughter to try it. And your granddaughter was trying her best to eat it. I don't know if that's in the kind of in the early part of the movie. You remember that part, that scene?
No, I did the cooking. Now
No,
I'm really, it's me having the memory loss.
no, you didn't do the cooking. You just handed it to her. Something you said you made, and then
Okay.
she ate it, and then she would say, "Oh, isn't that?" You were saying, "Oh, isn't that good?"
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now I remember. Yes, yes. And it was horrible. It
Right.
even looked bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the scenes I've watched, and when you were driving your car and you ran into the tore up the where they're having the party at. So
Yeah, yeah. Um, see, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing the movie again, so I don't really know what was edited out or what, but I'll get to see it tomorrow night.
it's very good. So can you? So it's about Juneteenth. And can you elaborate just a little bit more about your character, what your life?
Okay, so anyway, I'm the mama
Okay.
and I have dementia, but I know that this is something that I coordinate every year, this block party.
Mhm.
And I'm I do have one little scene where one of the guys is putting up a sign and I'm just looking the hell out of his booty. So my memory, I haven't forgotten at all about how men look and get a little thrill.
Mhm.
Um, but John Amos is in it. He's an
Oh,
old lover, supposedly in the character.
yeah. Okay.
Um, a little bit more about it. Um, there are obstacles in getting the party ready. And that's where the humor comes in. I don't want to tell the story and
Right.
spoil
No,
it,
no.
but you should have fun. And I'm hoping that each year, even though it's not about the history of Juneteenth, it's about
Mhm.
having fun around it. I'm hoping it will remind people of what Juneteenth is.
Okay.
And you know we were freed as slaves,
Mhm.
and 2 years passed before the people of Texas and other parts of the country knew about it. So they were slaves at least 2 years longer
Mm,
than they should have been.
mhm. Yeah. And so, but you said you don't really get into the history, but it's something that for us to reflect and remember from watching the film. Yeah, it is. And it's actually so new to people because, they don't teach it in schools. They didn't teach it
No,
in school.
no,
So
they don't teach hardly any Black history. That's why we have predominantly Black schools, so that we do learn our heritage and
right.
history and what happened. And of course, it's very, very scary now with some of the politics have gotten into education.
Yeah.
with all kinds of theories as to why they should eliminate facts.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that. That's a whole nother subject, right?
Right, that is. One other thing that with Block Party, I was reading it's the first, the Juneteenth movie that's been in production since it became a holiday. I was reading that this is the first movie that's been in production since they had made Juneteenth a holiday. So that's very special.
And
Yeah.
if you don't get to see it, people, um, tomorrow night or wherever it's showing in your neighborhood, it will be airing on, I believe it's BET
Yes.
Plus. Is it
Yes.
called Plus?
Uh-huh.
I'll have to subscribe to it myself.
Yes.
So they'll be airing it as of June 16th, I believe.
Okay, so June 16th, we can catch it on BET Plus.
Correct.
Starting.
That is a station, right? Because I don't
Yes.
have it yet.
It's a streaming service.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, a lot of people have BET Plus, so we make sure we'll get out there and support the movie on June the 16th. And also tomorrow will be the release of it in Los Angeles, you say?
Yes, in June 8th, that's tomorrow. And it's supposed to be in over 600 theaters.
Oh,
But I can't guarantee that they're all in the communities of color.
okay.
So I'm not in control of the,
right.
but I ain't gonna say no more.
So one of the things I when I watched it, your character is suffering from dementia, and I know it's a huge unsolved issue in our society that affects lots of families. So how was it getting into character for you? Was it something, how was that?
Well, it brought back memories because my mother had dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when you're really close to a person, they hide it so well.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe my mother did give me some red flags.
Okay.
And it just didn't register to me. But she did call one day, long distance, and she says, Margaret, how do you make a sweet potato pie? Well, my heart just dropped because my mother could do a sweet potato pie with her eyes closed.
Uh-huh.
So, but I thought, oh, she'll just grow out of it,
Uh-huh.
but they're aware, and I use some of this in my character. They are aware that they're losing it and they want to not show that. It's very scary.
Mm-hmm.
So if they've kept it in the movie, because I haven't seen it, the film opens up with me in my bathroom and I'm looking in the mirror and I've got all these little cheat sheets on the mirror as to who's my best friend and where do I live and all these facts that I should know. And there is a scene where I call someone the wrong name and they say, what's wrong with you? You know, my name isn't that, that kind of thing. But it's still fun. Okay. But you know that this time in our lives, we're either taking care of parents or we're taking care of a spouse that has dementia or something. And it's, I think during COVID, that was a hard thing on people, not being able to even get a break from it.
I know, yes.
Being isolated in your home.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So
that's another show too.
Right, that is. But I thought about when you were the dementia section of that, and then you do have that. They did keep that, so you do have little stickers on there. And so that's the first thing I was wondering. What that she might have some dementia in the movie. Yes.
And I do say some things sometimes. I make statements that don't make any sense to anybody else, but they do to me.
Right. Yes. Right. So here's one of the other questions I have. 1 second. What is the true theme of this film? What is it to you? Is there a certain like?
There's a small part of the film where I talk about the community coming together and help each other, be supportive. And we don't dwell on that, but I think it's such a strong message. We need to care about each other more. um, show our love, show your appreciation of your neighbor, or if you see someone, have a smile on your face, just say hello. We
Mm.
never know what the simple things, how uplifting that can be for someone. And during these struggling times of, for many, many reasons,
Mhm.
if you could just give someone with your eyes a hug,
Right. Yes.
it can help.
You're so right. I was just telling my daughter, we're talking sometimes when we go out to different places, younger people never smile. They never speak. I'm like, what is, I mean, don't even say hello, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Don't say hi. You can even know some of the people. They just walk past you. I'm like, what is that? And I'm always saying hello, being friendly. And I try
And
to,
that was something the South always did, how do, no
yeah.
matter who, it's like they would pass you and
Uh-huh.
you do a nod, and you acknowledge one another. We've
Mhm.
lost a lot of that. But I think if we're so bogged down with our own individual struggles,
Right.
and sometimes I think we feel that we're the only one
Mhm.
suffering, but a smile can do a lot.
Oh, sure can. Yes. I just have one more question for you. Uh, so you're such a dynamic talent. How are you able to transform into different characters from the iconic Shug Avery role to a family oriented role like this?
I had so much fun. It wasn't hard in this one. But when you have me back, there's another character that I've done. You'll see it in a few months when it's released. Talk about transformation.
Mhm.
Honey, I scared myself. I said, "Damn, I didn't recognize myself."
Mhm.
But I just shot it to my daughter, and she says, "You looking like grandma." In other words, looking like my mother. So,
Uh-huh.
but we'll talk about that too.
Definitely. We definitely have to talk again. I will definitely stay in touch and keep up what you're doing. And I know you must not be able to talk about it because that was my thing to let the fans know what you are working on. So you're going to promise you're going to
Well,
come back to see us? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, well, I'm trying to merge into producing. So
Mhm.
I contributed a lot to the writing on this. And they said, well, we'll make you executive producer. So I don't know how many they were generously making, but that made me feel so good. And the one that I'm working on now, I'm co-producing. So you may see a little less of me as actor and
Mhm.
more as producer.
Okay.
But all of it is titillating my passion. So
Right. Is that something you always wanted to do too, is getting behind the scenes or producing movies, films?
not really, only because, I think that there are more parts now for elderly women than there used to be.
Mhm.
But there's still a thing of, I feel like I'm wasting time waiting for the phone to ring. I've got to be on the creative end and help produce things so that it can go a little faster. Now, if I were 40 years younger,
Mhm.
I wouldn't have no problem,
Right.
because I look at Netflix and I say, oh my God, look at all the stuff that's out there. And, but they ain't no old women in them.
Right. And I forgot when you say, oh, I'm like elderly, you look so good. I was thinking, what?
Well, I always say that Zoom, I love Zoom. It's just so forgiving. Because I woke up this morning with my eyes, I thought, where's the cucumber? What do they do for puffiness? But I don't even see them here.
I
Look
don't
at
see it.
that.
Uh-huh, you looking good.
Yeah, I said, I bet not get no facelift. People will know it.
Right.
It's drooping.
Oh, no, we don't want you to have a facelift.
But
You,
I always tell my daughter, I said, one of these days I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to see all those terrible teen years that you put me through. It's going to happen all at once.
want to have one time. Yeah, well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I am so excited. I can't wait to go tell all my friends who I talked to today.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just awesome. And we are going to be watching Block Party. We're going to share it, and then we'll see tomorrow. And we'll also on June the 15th, you said, for
the
the
16th.
16th for the BET release of the movie Block Party. Thank you so much. And we will stay in
Oh,
touch with you.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I want to come back.
Okay. Oh, great. We'll have you back.
Okay.
You'll be in Joe Magazine and on Joe Today. We'll make sure you get a copy.
Oh, great.
Okay.
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 Introduce me to it. Love it. Love
Okay.
it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.